I watched a couple things, but only thing on the top of my head right now is Book of Boba Fett. Um, I watched something else too. I'm watching the Gemstones right now. It's so funny. I watched the woman in the window from the girl across the street. I actually think I got that right. Oh my goodness. But it actually start there. It's a parody, but it's like serious at the same time. Kristen Bell is the main character, and a bunch of people you know their faces. I don't know their names. Um, but she's heavily medicated, and she drinks wine. Like she don't drink water, she don't drink juice, she drinks wine. Um, she lost her daughter about 43 years ago. Like the neighbor told her it's been 3 years. Like move on with your life, and I'm like, in the beginning, I'm like, I know that they ain't talking about her daughter that passed, and I look like she got divorced. Yeah, I feel like when something like that happens, at first you lean on each other, but I can't. We have to break up because every time I look at you, I see my child, and I just can't imagine. But that feels like in the first place. But then to see someone that looks like half of what the child looked like, I just can't do it. I just can't. That's just too. I feel like that's too big of a loss to keep experiencing together. Like, what is there to talk about? What is there to talk about? Are you gonna end up talking about like what you did, what you didn't do, what you could have done that day, what I could have did, and just a circle, a cycle of just blaming each other? I just can't imagine long term staying with someone if after you experience that much of a loss. That's just crazy. Spoiler alert: they get back together at the end though, which is weird. But not weird because of what I just said, but like because of how the story developed. Um, but yeah, it's just like a murder mystery, like who done it, and it's like police are kind of dumb. It's like it shocked me like a glass shattered and awakened my eyes. Like police are like that in every show. Like they just half cocked go and oh, we found one thing, we're gonna arrest this person. Oh no, we freed them because we found this new evidence and now we're gonna arrest you. It's just like what? Can you just do your due diligence first and not just release people, not just arrest people? Like what the hell? It's just too much human error with something that's a permanent situation because it could be on your record or you get the scornful disdain looks in your neighborhood or workplace. If you are like if they do let you go or you're arrested and now you're in the system or you're wrongfully arrested and you just stuck in jail. It's too much human error with something that's so permanent. It's ridiculous. um but I thought the show was okay. um it takes some twists and turns. It's kind of predictable, but you're just there for the ride because it's Netflix and they're raising the prices and it's something new. um I don't remember the last human thing I watched other than like maybe some Christmas movies. I mean, like American thing I watched on Netflix other than like, some Christmas movies. Um, but yeah, I recommend it. It's 30 minutes an episode roughly. Um, maybe 12 episodes. I don't know. Easily binge in one day. Um, the Gemstone, Righteous Gemstones, it's so good. It's so funny. It picks up right where it left off. But now they're going deeper with John Goodman. I think the daughter has too much screen time. She's saying too much ridiculous shit. But it's the show. I'll finish doing a review on it later. Maybe. I don't know. Uh, Book of Boba Fett. Okay. They say Boba Fett too. I say Baba. I like Baba. Like the tea. Baba. Book of Boba. It works by the way for me. Because sometimes it's like a word you say it one way, but just because it just feels better coming out your lips. Boba, Baba. And that one, it feels good. Um, but yeah, they really gave us a Boba Fett episode without Boba Fett. And I'm just like really confused about whose show it is now. Because last week it was Mando's episode. Boba Fett was in it. Like the Fennec Shan was in it more than Boba Fett. And once again, Fennec Shan was in it more than Boba Fett in this week's. It's just crazy because whose show is it? And like I said last time, I thought I was being critical of it, but not too unfair. I didn't feel like I was being unfair. I feel like I was just saying stuff that other people wasn't vocalizing until I saw people vocalize it. But Mando came back last week, and even more so this week. It's like I had no idea people didn't care for the show. I thought people was just jump first right in it because everyone, since far as I can remember, before I even watched any Star Wars movies, I knew who Boba Fett was. Like before I watched anything, like I came into the series, the franchise, super late. I came into it when the what's the one called? When the latest trilogy came out. Like I came into it, like I watched the second trilogy a couple like here and there. I haven't watched them in full at the time, but I definitely watched this latest trilogy, and then I went back and watched everything. So I came into it pretty late. Um, and what was my point? But yeah, so I thought people was gonna lie because everyone all they talks about is Boba Fett, Boba Fett, Boba Fett, and now it's like you have it, you have it, you have it, and no one's watching it, and really they seem to do it in a disservice. Like it's filler. It's filler for the next Mandalorian season, and it sucks because there's so much potential. Like I said before, in a previous video, they really could take the he's a mobster route. Like he gathered all the figureheads for dinner, and like talked to him, told them like, yo, I'm taking over. You could stay out the way. Like don't get involved. Like I don't want you involved, but I was like, you don't have to join me, but don't join them. Just stay out the way. Let this all play out. That's all I'm asking you. And like that's some real shit. And it's just that we go from that because that was badass. Then he was like, yo, we're gonna need some help. And she was like, a lot of credits can buy some help. And then boom, we get a Mandalorian episode. And then we got another Mandalorian episode. And then he go, Mando's recruiting. Like, Mando's recruiting. That's not your spot. That's Boba Fett's spot. At least Fennec's spot. Like, it's not Mando's spot. Like, Mando got the buddies, though. I get it. It sucks that lady said that, whatever she said, I don't even remember what she said anymore. Because, man, she would have been a big help. You could tell she probably would have been a big part of this season, too. At least these episodes. Because, like, she was in the town. I can't remember the name. But she was in the town, so I'm watching my clock. My clock is messed up. I need to replace the batteries. Like she would have been prominent in these episodes. It's just unfortunate. She has a terrible mind. But I like it. It's gonna be interesting watching Boba Fett come back because the name of the show is called The Book of Boba Fett. And he ain't in the chapters. Out of 2 chapters, I can't imagine there's that many more episodes left. It has to be maybe 3 episodes left. They're definitely building up to like a huge confrontation, which I'm here for. I don't know how that's gonna go, because I mean, if you could pull off the Avengers, oh my goodness, hold up. The Avengers makes me think of Justice League, which makes me think of Superman, which makes me think of his terrible mustache cover over. Dude, I saw some people say Sebastian Stan could play Luke Skywalker. Dude, if you watched that, did you see the graphics, the CGI, whatever it was, the mocap of Luke Skywalker? Mans was moving, talking, eyebrows raising, lips moving, nose flaring, hair flowing. Whatever he had that could move, it was moving, blinking. Dude, I'm sitting like, I know Mark Hamill, and he did the voice too. I know Mark Hamill. He's an old man. He's not that thin. What? Dude, I was tripped out. Like when he's just sitting there, like you really like get the full grasp of it. When he starts moving, obviously. But when he's sitting there, it's like, dude, this looks real. This looks really like it's him. And like, that's from the 80s. It's like 40 years ago. That's not him. I was sitting there tripping out like, dude, that's not him, but it's him. That has me tripped out to be Mark Hamill and see that. Like, oh my goodness, I was so cute. I was so thin. I wore a size 26 waist. Man, That would trip me out. That's freaky. That would trip me out to see my younger self and still do the voice. And still do the voiceover for my younger self. Oh my goodness. He was training Grogu. I hate that name. Can we just go back to Baby Yoda or the child? I hate that name. But man. Yeah, he had the flags. He like lifted up some frogs. The one-eyed Cyclops, the Cyclops frog. But dude, it was really good. It's a really good episode. Saw a bunch of characters. Rosario Dawson character. See, like I said, like I'm still a noob. I don't know names. Rosario Dawson character paying back. Definitely setting up her show. Definitely setting up her show. As soon as I saw her, and he was like, because he woke up and finna shoot her. He was like, "What are you doing here?" And then before she said something, I was like, setting up my new show. Why are you here, Rosario? I guess I ain't stupid. I know how it goes. I know how foreshadowing goes. But yeah, I'm just gonna end it now. Like Boba Fett is really good. I wish they gave more attention to Boba Fett. Lived in the present. It's a really good story there. What they did, they keep showing stuff from the past. But I guess it's like the past can still haunt you if you don't learn from it. But, but that do for this video. Please like, comment, subscribe. I'm watching Book of Boba Fett. The woman in the window from the girl across the street. I said that. And still watching Righteous Gemstones. Yeah. That do it for this video. Please like, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much to all my subscribers. I appreciate everyone here. I don't know if y'all heard the news. They said Griffey left. But he said he's leaving YouTube. He's on OnlyFans. He said there's no illicit activities, just his skits. He's not going to be posting them anywhere else. And it's just like, man. And if you look at, he really did. He does have OnlyFans. $5. He said he wanted to make $1, but you know, I gotta eat. But yeah, I'll be back.